Wow, it's a bull again. Good morning. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. A little overcast out there, but look how beautiful that ocean looks. Looks like a lake. We've been having some great weather at 75 degrees. We're lucky to live in Florida. I got to tell you that. That's for sure. Great governor. States opened up. Lots of business going on, and beautiful weather like this. Hey, let's move into what we're talking about. Going to do a quick show today. Not a lot to talk about in the news or anything worthy to talk about in the news. Going to do a lot of ums today too. Gold and silver prices way up. They've been up for over the last week now, and I'm kind of just been, I haven't put this thumbnail up necessarily because I was waiting for a temporary smackdown, but it looks like we pretty much surpassed that 1750 level. I mean, we could see, again, a knockdown, one of those manipulative type knockdowns, but it's only going to be temporary and a great opportunity to buy the dip if it does happen with gold or silver right now. So any dips you see right now, definitely buy the dips if you've got money. If you got the money to do it, if you're looking to buy more gold and silver, buy the dips when you see them. However, right now we just haven't seen them over the last week. I mean, we went from that 1720 level to where we're at today, 1780, in what, a scope of a week and a half or so. I mean, it went up pretty damn fast. However, it all seemed to happen not too long after the beginning of the second quarter, I should say, and a lot of this probably has to do with COMEX. COMEX and London vaults and stuff like that, and again the manipulation of precious metals so they could cover their short contracts here. But I think right now all bets are off, especially on gold. Silver's still hanging around that $26 mark, which surprises me, but we're at that 68 to 1 level as far as the silver to gold ratio. A little article I saw in Sprott here, and where was it? I found it in Zero Hedge and I found it in gata.org, and let's just take a look at gata.org right here. Again, this should be on your bookmark bar. You should be reading this at least once a week. This is how you will win the game, by knowing how the game is played. Not too much in articles, same thing as yesterday, except for this. Craig Hemke at Sprott Money says, who is ready to act against silver price suppression? More or less, and we'll read this in a second. This gentleman, Craig, and another gentleman here, I forget who it is, are talking about going to the CFTC. Is that who regulates these particular markets? Let me take a look. Well, we'll read that in a minute. Meanwhile, not too much else, just some pretty good articles on precious metals here, but something you should be reading, and it'll take forever if we do it here. Again, nothing that we haven't talked about before in the past, but good reading here. Let's take a look at that blog real quick. Many of us are fed up. We've dealt with the overt bank price manipulation of the COMEX precious metals for years, if not for decades, and that's true. And we're all ready for it to end. Individually, we are powerless to stop it, as the banks and their captured regulators collude to maintain the power. However, collectively, we may stand a chance to overwhelm the bank and break them. Who's ready to take action? Well, I think at some point, you can take action and you can bring it to the regulators, and the regulators, look what the regulators did with Bernie Madoff. So I mean, I think that their trust is a little bit misplaced, thinking that regulators are going to be helpful. No less, it's kind of interesting to see both of these guys here, and Chris Marcus talking about going to the CFTC and showing them all the work they have and all the information they have on how these markets are manipulated. However, if I'm correct, the CFTC people are going to stand there scratching their heads. They won't get it. But no less, one of the interesting things in here was, and I never had time frames, but I watched it happen. May 1st, 2021. That was well, I'm sorry, not May 1st, 2021, May Day Massacre of 2011. I remember this time specifically. Silver was popping up close to its all-time high. It was going to break that $50 mark pretty handily. We were expecting it to be up that following day, and what a surprise the following day. After the price of COMEX silver, and I'm going to read this to you because, again, I didn't have the specifics, and I didn't remember the specific times, but I watched this and my eyeballs are like pie plates when I woke up the next morning. No one expected this, but this was the clear proof that manipulation in the silver market existed and happens. And again, nobody's gone to jail for this, and nobody's been fined for this. No less, it definitely happened for sure. And let me read this to you real quick. Again, I like this little paragraph in here. Oh, let's see here. Oh, May 1st, 2020 will be the 10-year anniversary of the single most egregious act of price manipulation any of us have ever witnessed. Absolutely true, folks. And they're calling it the May Day Massacre. I didn't know it had a name. The May Day Massacre of 2011. After the price of COMEX silver had closed to $48.50 on Friday, April 29th, many of us expected another jump higher following that following Monday as the May 11th contract went into delivery. Again, that should sound a little suspicious. They were going to have to deliver a bunch of silver as well. So over the weekend, instead on Sunday, May 1st, during the very quiet, remember what I've been telling you is when the monkey hammering and the manipulation has started? It's early in the morning, and it was happening long before this whack that, or what they call the May Day Massacre. It happened before that. They would always hit it early in the morning. No less, the major hit, the May Day Massacre, happened at the same time. On Sunday, May 1st, during quiet and pre-Asia early evening Globex trades, we got this. Look at the price of silver. Someone went in and sold an imaginary huge amount of silver in the middle of the night when no one was trading it to knock the prices down on Sunday. Clear evidence of blatant manipulation. Nobody would do that in their right mind unless they wanted to lose a fortune or they were trying to spook the markets, and that's exactly what you're looking at here. Is you're looking at a market being spoofed before you even got up in the morning on Monday. So and here's a little handwritten note. 3-minute July silver. Yes, that's $6.50 in 12 minutes it knocked. I've never seen anything like it. So again, somebody should have went to jail for this, and nobody did. Again, why? Because the regulators are complete morons. And typically that is true. They're typically complete morons. And let me go down here. After that, again, before you even got up in the morning on May 1st, I think it was May 1st. Yep, before you got up and even in the morning on May 1st, you woke up to silver being way down in the morning, and you're probably scratching your head like I did when my eyes were like pie plates when I saw that opening. That opening should have never happened. However, again, it was clear-cut manipulation, and at that time, I think I kicked a couple. I think I kicked a couple things in my store. I was pretty pissed about it, and I knew exactly what happened. As I went and I looked, I saw when it happened. It happened in the middle of the evening. I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, they did it again. And here you go. So we woke up on Monday morning and the raid was on. The CME followed with, and the CME was complicit. The CME, COMEX Group, was complicit with this manipulation and knockdown. They were involved with it. The people that were in the CME at the time should be in jail or should be fired and tarred and feathered and run out of town and never have a job like that again as a regulator, or not a regulator, but run out of town for manipulating prices so bad. I'm sorry, I got confused with regulators and the CME. One and the same, almost inept. But the CME basically followed up with 5 margin hikes in the following 10 days. So they raised the margins if you were trading silver on the market. Again, while the co-conspirators at the CFTC, which were the regulators, while the co-conspirator regulators looked the other way. And that is exactly what happened at that time. Again, there should be some kind of investigation. I don't know if it's too far back or if we're beyond the 5 or 10 years where you can go back and actually put someone in jail for this, but people should have gone to jail for this, and they didn't. By Friday, May 6th, COMEX silver traded as low as $34, and it was all over. They pretty much destroyed the market at that time. So, you know, when I talk about market manipulation and that these markets are manipulated, all markets are manipulated too. And as I said, I always said, if you don't play, you can't win. And the important thing is knowing how they are manipulated. And we know how, and they know we know now. And not only do they know, we know. I know that sounds crazy, but it's made news. It's young people now know. So the real key to it is buying physical metal, buying physical gold and silver and platinum. I'm not even saying don't even buy anything online. I avoid even allocated accounts. Get the stuff in your hands. Get it in your grubby little hands. You avoid third-party risk. I mean, if you had to own anything in your IRA, make it an allocated account, maybe with Sprott. But you know, be careful with Sprott. I own a Sprott account that I didn't look at for 10 years, and I don't know why it's worth less than when I bought it. Doesn't make sense to me. They tried to explain it to me, but it is not like buying pure silver. So if you're buying an allocated account with Sprott, understand what you're buying. It may be a great deal, but again, I still can't figure out how silver I bought a silver Sprott account that I bought back in 10 years ago or over that, that I was paying $11 to $14 an ounce for, is worth way less than that now. I don't get it, but no less. If you're going to get an allocated account with Sprott, who we've been reading here, understand what you're getting into. Meanwhile, as much as I like Sprott and I think they write great articles, I still think you should just buy physical and hold it yourself. Well, anyways, that's exactly what happened. I guess they're calling it the May 1st, oh gosh, my brain just went somewhere else here. The May 1st massacre of 2011. I didn't know it had a name. And again, overnight they knocked at 650. They try to do the same thing still now, but they're having a harder and harder time doing it, especially with more and more people buying physical gold and silver. So keep stacking, folks. We will win this game for sure. ZH, not too much to read here. Again, geez, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. There we go. Don't want to read that article. Sorry about that. Not too much to read here in precious metals. Oh my gosh, why did that do that again? Okay, here we go. Crash protection for Coinbase. It looks like Coinbase is having some issues. Not doing too well. I don't even know exactly why, but again, I'm not here to talk about cryptos per se. Why is China reversing on crypto and investing in Ethereum development? Probably because they have some nefarious reason for it. In my opinion, you can't trust the Chinese government. I love the Chinese people. I love the Chinese country. I mean, I love China's a beautiful country, but as far as their government, they suck, man. You can't trust them at all. I can't trust communists, that's for sure. Time to fight back. I mean, again, nothing really good news out here. Look at this. Again, I don't even want to talk about any of this stuff. But going down here, Coinbase stock slide after Deutsche Bank delist crypto exchange. That's kind of odd, but I did read that article. I think it had something more to do with a technicality than anything else. S&P futures reverse overnight losses. Again, nothing here in precious metals to really talk about. Kind of quiet as far as any publications out there or anything online. Let's take a look at markets, man. Way up overnight. I'm going to do a quick refresh here. Let's see if it's up or down since my refresh. Oh my gosh. It looks like we're going to break 1800 possibly this week. Look at the price here, 1776 to 1797. We got some serious movement here. Silver, not. It's crazy too, because gold's making the big moves. Gold's making the big jumps percentage-wise. Oddly enough, silver is not, which is really, really strange. Usually it's silver, the wild and crazy younger brother of gold, that is just all over the place, making 50-cent and dollar moves. But have you noticed silver has been very tepid? Gold has been making the big moves. And if you take a look at the gold and silver ratio chart, we're back to that 68 to 1, 70 to 1 range, which if I'm going to draw my line straight across here, which seems to be kind of an average if you take a look here. So I think that the gold and silver ratio is back to where it needs to be and where it's been for quite some time. So I'm kind of thinking that we're going to see both of these metals start to move in tandem with each other. I don't think we're going to see any crazy moves in silver right now, crazy, giant, quick moves. Again, I think it's going to move in tandem with gold. I could be wrong. However, I think that that COMEX has kind of put a damper on that silver squeeze a little bit, or what it was being called a silver squeeze. And again, not by the Reddit group. The silver squeeze has been happening for a couple years now. But again, as I said, they made it through this quarter right here. COMEX made it through this quarter without breaking down. They managed to make the deliveries they needed to make, and a lot of contracts, actually, oddly enough, after they banged it, which again was manipulation. We know it. COMEX was involved with it. LMB was involved with it. But what did that manipulation, when they were driving it down to $24 an ounce, what was that doing? It was allowing you to buy the dips. So it was a good thing for us, actually, because we were able to buy it a little bit cheaper. But no less, Silver is being heavily manipulated by COMEX and probably London and probably some other big traders. I'm pretty sure about that. And the regulators do nothing. But meanwhile, good opportunity to buy the dips. And we are running out of silver. I'm out of 1 ounce rounds again. I got a bunch of them in, and I'm in 2 days gone. I'm running out of constitutional silver. I'm running out of 100-ounce bars. Silver is just getting really difficult to find in physically. There's lots of paper bullshit out there, but it's getting really hard to find physical silver out there. Take a look at the silver market too, 25.80 to 26.42. That's actually quite a good spread if you think about it, but up 50 cents there. Platinum making a really quiet move. Not much there. Up a little bit from yesterday, $12.75. So I think right now gold will be leading the way. And gold is the big brother, and the other two metals usually always follow the big brother, although silver usually makes the crazy wild moves. I just don't see that happening right now. Kind of odd environment. Again, I think the price of silver is got a lid on it a little bit. They're trying to keep a lid on it, and the result of that is you can't find silver anywhere, and the price just seems really oddly too low. And in fact, I'm going to say that the price of silver, real silver, is what the price of real silver is. So what it costs you to buy any type of the cheapest silver right now, whether it's 90% or 100-ounce silver bars, if it's $4 over spot to buy it, I'm going to add $4 to what the paper price of silver says. What is the paper price now? $26.33. I'm going to say in reality the real price of silver is at least $29 an ounce or more. So I'm gonna step up and say that the paper price is discounted by $4 and the real price of silver is $29, folks. Let me make that same assumption with gold, although I think the price of gold is closer in line with what it really is with physical prices, maybe within $50. My opinion, the real price of gold is really 18. Well, let's see, the cost of buying gold bars. I'm going to add that, so 40. I'm going to say the real price of gold is at least $1,830, $1,840, and the paper price here, the discounted paper price is $1,793. And platinum, again, I don't really study platinum that much, but I still think platinum is way cheap for that price. Palladium, man, I just don't understand that market, and nobody I know buys it. We might do 10 ounces of palladium a year, and that's the truth. And we do hundreds of thousands of ounces of silver and tens of thousands of ounces of gold as well a year, but hardly anything of palladium. It's kind of strange. I think the market's going to be up. My coin has been showing, my coin, which we do for fun, has been showing bull, bull, bull every day. It's gotten it right every day. In fact, last Monday, I had to reshoot this show 4 times for technical problems. It kept coming up bull. It came up bull like 4 or 5 times in a row. I'm saying this is weird. So I don't know what's going on with the coin, but it has been right. And again, I think we are, we've broken that 1750 level. We've broken that 1760 level. I think we could see $1,800 this week. However, again, if you see a correction, buy that dip for sure. This is a cool little site that I found. It's called Silver Futures. It's done by TradingView. I don't know who TradingView is, and I tried to. It looks like they have all kinds of different graphs and different little data that you can use for trading. But interestingly enough, and again, I don't know where they get their rating here, buy, sell, neutral, but take a look at Silver Futures, 26.47 right now. Here's April, May, June. This goes on until, let's see, December 21, January 22. So take a look at this. Neutral, but look from here on out. Buy, strong buy, strong buy, strong buy, strong buy, and buy. So the silver market, according to this silver futures chart right here, and according to their ratings, my gosh, it looks extremely strong into the future. And the prices that they're showing, remember, these prices are just future prices that they trade with. Not physical spot prices, and they couldn't be actually. Look at the dates. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones today, because something interesting here is at what point is this Dow Jones going to take a crap? And you know what? I'm going to pull a Peter Schiff here. The big mistake that Peter made a long time ago was putting a time frame on something. But I'm going to put a time frame. I'm no Peter Schiff, and I'm not that much of an expert like him. So I'm going to put a time frame on it. And if I'm wrong, who cares? I think the stock market's going to take a shit this year. I've been thinking that every year for quite some time. But I think the equities overseas market is going to take a crap this year, and if not, it's got to be real soon. It's just too crazy. Take a look at this. You know, when we're sitting inside a recession here, even though I think we're going to see some job recovery, which might spark some. Only reason we're going to see job recovery is we're going to see service industry jobs kind of pick up here a little bit. But I think we're going to see a huge amount of people still on unemployment. Nothing's been fixed. All they've done is keep plugging up the dam with more Band-Aids, and they're running out of Band-Aids at some point. But no less, I kind of think the stock market's going to take a big jump this year, a big dump this year. And I think gold and silver is going to start really flying through the roof here this year. Again, that's my opinion. That's kind of a short-term pick for me going into, less than a year. But I think we'll see it by the end of this year. I really do. However, I may regret these words, so we'll see. When you I know in the medium to long term with gold and silver, you can't lose. You're not going to lose. You won't lose. All you got to do is take a look at the historic charts, and you'll realize that. Log scale. Let's turn the log scale off there. But take a look at these. Take a look at the price of gold on a 100-year historic chart. There's our 81 price, our first bull market. There is the start. There's our second bull market, and there's 2011, right before they banged it, when they hit it again. And I think we're into our next one here for sure. Gold to silver ratio, oh God, we already talked about that. Man, it's going to be a quick show today. I'm going to go over yesterday's comments, and it looks a little bit easier. I didn't get as many comments. I think everybody was glued to their television yesterday for that trial. But no less, let's take a look here. And Chad Seward says, I would buy local if I didn't live in the shameful state of Illinois. You're the second person that said that. Oddly enough, I just found out that you guys don't have sales tax in Illinois. So what's the real deal here? If you don't have sales tax, how come you can't find any good coin dealers? There's got to be some good coin dealers in Chicago or in Illinois in general. And again, Illinois doesn't have sales tax on bullion or coins. That's brilliant. Buy local if you can, Chad. But no less, even if you live in the shameful state of Illinois, buy local for sure. But take a look and see if you can find a good dealer locally that'll match or beat the online sellers. Himhan says, Benoit, thank you. That's kind of what I thought it was. Benoit is what it is? Benoit. I was mispronouncing one of our viewers' names. So thanks for pointing that out, Himhan. I really appreciate it. Stephen Pollock says, if silver's going to triple digits, why is $5 premium too much? Even when it hits $35 an ounce is a good idea. Get it while you can. I agree with that, Stephen. I've been saying $5 is too much. But you know what? I'm rephrasing it. I'm going to say that the $5 premium is not too much. But if you're paying 8, 10, 12, 15, I do believe that is too much of a premium for silver. So if you can find any silver out there that in a recognizable form and resaleable form, and you can pay less than a $5 ounce premium, then do it for sure. Master Sensei said, should the truck be backed up? You should have backed up the truck a while ago, but I still think you can back up the truck and make a ton of money in gold and silver right now, sir. Thumbs up, Cool Breeze. Thanks for watching. Lucky Winner. Oh, sorry about that. I promised I would move that phone, and I didn't. Lucky Winner says, hi, Brian. I think you're also a smart man. Also thinking Peter Schiff is a smart man. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Let me move in. Let me turn off that phone. Sorry about that. Butterbean says, great info. Thanks for watching, Butterbeans. Same thing with Special Inspector. Thanks for watching. Nick M. Hey, I'm glad I put the coin a little further away from the mic when I do the flip in the morning. So glad it sounds a little bit not as bad with your earphones on. Thanks for watching, Nick. Beto D says, I'm getting into platinum. I have 3 metals, silver, gold, and platinum. Palladium, hard to find, expensive prices. I just don't know enough about palladium, so I'm not even going to comment on it, Beto. But again, thanks for watching. Keep stacking. Michael Matthews says, same here in Texas. Cool and boiling are only the 2 seasons. Yeah, we have boiling and cool here. But our cool season this year was really great. And as far as temps, surprisingly cool tomorrow. Hey, Matt, thanks. Or Michael, I'm sorry. Hey, Mike, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Enjoy your weather as well. Cool Breeze says, it's a bull. Yes, sir. It's just that coin's been coming up bull every time I'd flip it. But the only time I flip it is when I start the show. That's a special coin just for our videos here. Now We Ride says, if we ever get back to cruising again, we're definitely going to stop by. Oh, yeah, if you're ever in my neighborhood, if you're watching my show and you don't, again, I only deal local. I don't do online sales. I don't do phone sales. We are brick and mortar. We only do local sales. But if you're ever in my neighborhood, folks, and you don't live in my area, and you're down here vacationing, please come by and see me. If I got some inventory, and if I got any silver left, I'll try to sell it to you. Hollywood, hey, Mr. Hollywood. Oh, okay, I know. You had commercials. Congrats. Yeah, I'm kind of got mixed emotions about commercials here. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to try to turn those commercials off. I don't really need the little bit of money that they throw at me, but I'm not sure if they put the commercials on anyway, so I've got to check into that. Hey, thanks for watching, Hollywood. I hope you and your son are doing well. And let me see. That's really about it on that. Best deals out there are still anything you can buy for less than a $5 an ounce per premium. If you're paying more than a $5 an ounce per premium, you're paying too much. Though at some point, the premiums on this stuff could go higher. But again, don't look at it as a high premium on physical metals. Look at it as the paper price is being discounted. So if you're paying $30 an ounce for silver, and that's the cheapest price you can get any silver, that's the real price of silver, 30 bucks. The paper price is just a discounted paper price for a worthless piece of paper. Again, that's my opinion. Same thing with gold. If you're paying more than $100 an ounce premium on gold, in my opinion, you're paying too much. You can buy gold bars and some gold products out there for less than $100 premium. Until we run out of that less than $100 premium and less than $5 per premium premium silver, you shouldn't be buying the other stuff. Again, until we run out of it. Once we do, the premiums may go up to $6 on silver, 8, who knows? Premiums may go to 120 on gold. But meanwhile, when you can still buy the cheaper stuff, do buy it. Don't buy the more expensive products. It doesn't make sense. Well, that's really about it. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins at 954-493-8811. Been in the same location since 1995. Been doing this since 1977. Give me a call anytime between 10 and 4 if you're local to find out what the best deals on products are. And if you're not local, try to call me after 4 p.m. I'm here a little bit later. If I can help you with some questions and help you find a local coin dealer, more than willing to do it. But just realize I do have customers here that I got to deal with too. Hey, thanks for watching. Everything crazy happens today, and it looks like it's already getting crazy. 1793, how cool is that? Again, silver looking a little tepid, but gold really skyrocketing. Talk to you later, folks. Have a nice day.